Hey guys, welcome back. Now that we're in the fall and winter, I'm wearing a little bit more of my knitwear made with wool or cashmere or even a blend of silk. And there's a problem that always arises this time of year if you accidentally wash something the wrong way and it shrinks and you just ruin it. So I'm going to share a little how-to video of how I care for my knitwear so I can share that with you guys so you don't ruin any of your nice sweaters that are made of wool or cashmere or silk blends. Before I jump in, you're going to need a few things. I'm using a bin here with water, but if you're at home, just do it right in the sink basin in your bathroom. It's much easier to do. You turn the water on, it's right there, it's very easy. You're going to need some delicate laundry detergent, and this one's specifically made for silk and cashmere. I like to use some rubber gloves. I have a clean, dry towel that I'm going to use, and of course, my knitwear that I'm going to wash. So let's jump right in and do this. I gotta take off my jacket first and roll up my sleeves. All right, gotta take my jacket off for this one and tuck in my tie, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put on the gloves. Now the water temperature, when I run the water, it doesn't feel cold nor hot to my hand. So that's what I would call like a lukewarm temperature. Definitely don't want it to be hot. This will cause shrinkage of the wool. And yeah, so here we are. I use gloves because this could also dry out your hands a little bit, but you don't have to use them. Now this calls for about 20 milliliters, I believe. And every time I do this, that's per 5 liters of water. But usually, almost always, I use less than they call for. And that's even for my laundry detergent at home, because I just feel like it's way too much. And sometimes at home, it gets a little bit soapy if I use the full amount. So I just use a little bit less. So I pour it in, and if you're doing this at home, running it in the sink, put the soap in when you've got about 80% of the water into the sink basin, when you're filling it about 20% more, and that will automatically help dilute the soap into the water. I'm just gonna spin it around here a little bit. And you don't need a lot of water when doing this either, just enough to submerge the sweater. I can show you for the sake of this. I'm just gonna go ahead and drop the sweater in now. And it floats, so you kind of just gently massage it into the water. And now it's completely wet and submerged in there. Now, as you can see, I'm just gently massaging it, and water and air is kind of passing through the knitwear, and that's what you want to do. You want to promote just water flow, but without it changing shape too much. And this is what's going to get the dead skin cells, the dirt, the dust, and all of the oils out of the knitwear. You can see in here, I've probably got more water than I actually need, just for a reference point for you guys. Now, after I massage it for about 30 to 60 seconds, I'm gonna just let it sit here for 5 minutes. And during this time, there's some Q&A, or frequently asked questions, I should say, that I get a lot, or I see people asking. And one is, can you use baby shampoo to do this? And I've seen a lot of people doing this, and I think you can because it's a very delicate shampoo. However, I would recommend just going out and getting a specialty delicate detergent made that's specifically for wool or silk or cashmere. Another question I get is how often I wash my knitwear. And this is a good question because it really depends on the wear I'm using it for. So if it's a knitwear, if it's a round neck or a crew neck sweater that I'm wearing over a dress shirt that doesn't touch my body very frequently, I may wear it a half to a dozen times without washing it once. So the other thing is, if it's touching my body or my skin, I'm gonna wash it a little bit more frequently, but I won't wash it after every single wear. The real test that you need to do is the sniff test. So just smell it, and if it smells like it's got some odors from, I don't know, a restaurant or dinner, or if your own body odors, it's time to wash it. Another question I get is, can you do multiple pieces in one go? And I just recommend doing one, right? Especially if they're different colors. You might bleed one into the other. And when you're doing this at home in your sink basin, it's actually really quick and easy to do, and takes maybe 5 to 10 minutes. Another question I get is, why does wool shrink when you wash it or dry it? And the reason for that is really because if there's a temperature change, if you're using hot water, the wool when it's wet will stretch out, but then when it dries, it shrinks up again. And a dryer will speed up that process and shrink it even more. So stay tuned, and I'll show you how we dry this in just a minute. This has been in here for about 5 minutes, and I think that's probably enough. I'm just gonna kind of massage it a little bit more. And as I see in the water isn't clear anymore. So yeah, there was a little bit of dirt, or it was dirty, so it's cleaned off. And after just one more gentle little massage, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rinse it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the sink and I'm gonna dump out this water, and I'm just gonna run lukewarm or room temperature water into this again. And then as I do that, I just pull this to the side, draining it out. and rinsing the water. And usually, this is why I recommend you do it at home, just in the sink basin in your bathroom, because it's very easy to do the rinsing process. But here, I'll show you how I do it. I'm gonna go dump this water out and fill it back up with some clean water and give it a rinse so you can see how to do it. I'll be right back in 1 second. So with room temperature water, I just fill the basin or the tub back up, and I just kind of gently massage it so water can pass through the knitwear a little bit. And then again, I'll just pull it to the side, drain the water out, fill it back up, and usually 2 to 3 rinses will probably do the trick. The trick to find out if you've rinsed it enough is if you squeeze it and there's no more bubbles that come out and stay there. That means all the soap is out of it and we're good to go. So I rinsed this one. This is the 3rd rinse, so I think it's good to go now. So the final step is how to dry it. So this is where you got to be a little bit careful on why you need a towel. So what we'll do is just on the side, and you can do this on the floor. Just be careful, I guess, if you have a wood floor and if there's stain on it. You don't want to put a wet garment on the floor. But if it's tile or something like that, it should be fine. And what we're going to do here is, what not to do is to wring it like a washcloth, right? So I just lifted it out of the water and I just squeeze it. And again, it's really easy to do if you do it in the sink basin at home, because you just drain the water out and you can kind of pull it up to the side and squeeze it a little bit so the water drains out, but don't wring it too much, or don't wring it at all, just squeeze it a little bit. So right now all the water is kind of dripped out, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay it here on the towel, and what you want to do is you want to put it back into shape. So lay it out flat, giving it back its natural shape. So I'm just laying it out, giving its natural shape back as best as possible. There it is. So now what I do is I just roll it up. So this also helps get more of the water out, so it'll dry a little bit quicker without wringing it. So I rolled it up here, and you can just press it a bit, getting more of the water out of it. Okay, and then we should be good. There we go. So now essentially what you want to do is just lay it flat and let it dry. Don't be tempted to use a dryer. Don't lay it on a radiator or in direct heat from, I don't know, a heater from your home, because if it's too hot directly on it, that will also cause the fibers to shrink or react differently to the different or sudden temperature change. So just lay it flat, let it dry. If you want, you can leave it on another towel. At home, if you have, say, a tile floor, you can also just lay it flat on the floor. Here, I'm just going to let it dry here overnight on this table. So I'm just going to lay it flat, putting it back into its shape. Just like that. So there you have it, guys. This is how I take care of my knitwear. So I hope it was helpful for you. If you have any other questions on how to do that, just feel free to leave them in the comments and we'll have a little conversation there. Thank you for watching.